What's going on, fellas? It's Andrew, and this is CBB Motion. I hope you guys have had a tremendous week. There's a lot of action in college ball this past week, so I'm going to catch you up to speed, give you all my headlines, slight overreactions, and then at the end, I'll run through my top 25 rankings. Starting off, big headline for me, Iowa State. Wow, so I had done my weekly rankings Saturday morning when I was, woke up. I was bored before watching College Game Day. I was like, let me jot down. I had Michigan 1-2, Iowa State 3, Gonzaga 4. So I was always high on Iowa State, playing efficient ball. Love the length they bring on the defensive side of the court. I've always thought of this program as like 3-and-D Central. That's what they are this year. They got Taman Lipsey, they got talent. This is a really good squad. Just wow. On the flip side of that game, Purdue. How the fuck do you let that happen on your home court? You got absolutely embarrassed. So Purdue is on fraud watch. I don't really trust Smith's supporting cast. Yeah, Kaufman, Wren, Fletcher, Lawyer. I don't really trust the consistency that they're bringing so far this year. But again, it's early. We'll give them time. This was a really bad loss, but I think they can rebound. Still like the roster, still like the coach, still like the program. Duke, steady. I don't think anything more needs to be said. That team does run a little too much through Boozer for my liking, but can't fault them for not losing a game yet, even though they've had some close ones. For now, I got them as steady. They're really good, which I hate. MSU will be Michigan State will be fine. That defense is elite. That rebounding is really solid. So he's done a phenomenal job coaching this team. Fierce stinker today, absolute stinker. I feel bad for the kid, but come on, you're kind of asking for it, cheering on the crowd, for the F-Cam Boozer chance. Do what you want. It's sports, like Hurley said, but you can't go over after that. The way this guy was acting on the court, you'd think he'd have a 30-piece going. He did have, I think, 9 or 10 assists, which is really solid, but I'll put the clip up on the screen. That last layup, you can't even get this thing to fall. Not his best outing. Talking about on-court embarrassments, Kentucky. What the fuck is going on in Kentucky? Are you guys gonna try and win a basketball game this year? That is probably some of the most pathetic on-court effort I've ever seen. I've never seen that from a Kentucky basketball team in my lifetime. This has always been one of the most respected programs in college basketball. And these guys don't even look like they're proud to wear the big blue. And I'm not even a Kentucky fan, and I would put more heart out on the court than these guys. Maybe this is what happens when you build a $22 million roster. But, the Pope era might be short-lived. This guy's already on the hot seat. He's getting booed off the court at halftime in a pseudo home game. Fans on Twitter calling for him to get fired. What's the buyout? Just pay it already. The buyout is about $19 million. So add that to your $22 million roster. You got your coach, you owe football coach, you owe $38.5 million. So where's this money going to come from? It's not coming from Tyson. That money is going to John Calipari. So maybe some financial trouble coming to Lexington, and this might be a mid-major program as soon as February. We'll see. But you know who is legit? Gonzaga. They're legit. I've kind of been a little bit of a hater of Gonzaga just because I feel like they do play a weak schedule in conference, but they've been scheduling well the past few years out of conference. This year, I actually think they are Final Four legit. But as history goes, they'll probably lose in the Elite Eight. But I love EK. I love the roster they have. They're playing really efficient ball. But the team is playing the most efficient ball. My title favorite's Michigan. How could you say they're not the title favorites right now? This is a la 2024 UConn. The absolute dominance. They're absolutely blitzing through their non-con. And this is really impressive. We know Dusty May knows how to win in March. He did it with FAU. I think it'll be a little bit easier to do it with this Michigan squad. So we'll see. I don't want to say anything right now because we know what happens to Big Ten teams in March. Could this be the year, though? Hell nah. Hell no, bro. Come on. We know how the Big Ten rolls, bro. They always flame out. They always flame out. It's going to happen to them. It's going to happen to the other 3 teams in the Big Four. Purdue, frauds. I just want to reiterate that. Illinois, I actually really like Illinois. They got a solid squad. I like Michigan State too, but they're not. Those 3 teams are not Final Four good for me. Another Big Ten fraud team, Indiana. Hey, you got football though, bro. Hey, LeBron, we're all right. We got football, right? So I think they can win the college football playoffs. They ain't win shit in college basketball though. Great win for Minnesota though. Another thing I got in my notes: Purdue frauds. Just to reiterate. Yep, Illinois is legit though. 3rd best team in the Big Ten in my opinion. Even though the rankings don't show it now, I really like their roster. I love the little European flair. It's exciting. Talking about rosters, can Tennessee figure it out? This is a really good roster, and I really want Rick Barnes to succeed in March for once. And I thought this could be the year, but they might be on fraud watch right now. You gotta get a win. You gotta get a close win. He's had chances, just hasn't gotten it done. Speaking of figuring things out, though, let's go over to Florida. Like, bro, Xavian Lee. Like, what the hell, bro? Come on. We thought you were like Timothy Neutron. And we're getting some straight dog shit out of this Florida backcourt. Let me tell you right now. They got the highest ceiling. One of the highest ceilings in college basketball. Because that front court is insane. Condon? Bro, I would pay millions of dollars to have Condon on my team. That dude's a monster. But, you know, guard plays the wheel that makes the wagon run. And they are getting straight up nothing. If they got anything, if they got like Toledo level guard play, which Toledo's a pretty good mid-major team, so it's not like complete disrespect, but if they got like Toledo level guard play against Duke, they wouldn't get that game by 7 or 8 points. I'm going to keep it in the SEC. I was a little hesitant to give Auburn any flowers coming into the season because I didn't know what to expect from the Pearl family coaching tree, but I'm kind of pleasantly surprised. I think this team can be really solid, but Pettiford, stay off the weed, bro. I mean, there's no truth to that. It's all just allegations right now and hearsay, but he's got to lock in and play a lot more consistent if this team wants to go anywhere in March. A team that wants to go somewhere in March is Vandy. Wow. Going from SEC dark horse to a legit SEC title contender just with, you know, the top teams in the SEC being knocked down a couple pegs. You know, we're figuring out maybe they aren't all cracked up what they should be, and Vandy has been a really good surprise. They're playing some efficient ball. I think they're top 10 in Ken Palm. They're near the top 10 in my rankings, so I really hope to see them continue the success. Arkansas, this is a legit squad here. I like the length they bring. I like the offense they play, and they got talent, man. They got talent. I think people were sleeping. People were hating on Cal. And they got a really good home court advantage. I expect them to make some noise in SEC play. Bama is Bama. I'm not going to say anything more. NATO's offense. That's just Bama. UGA has been a steady and sneaky surprise. I think they got second weekend potential, like for real. This team's sneaky good. Again, consistency is going to be a question mark, but that goes it for a lot of teams right now. We're early in the season, but UGA, if they can play a little more efficient ball, easily a second weekend team. AJ Storr, he's still in college. I just figured this out this past weekend. I had no idea who was on Ole Miss. This program is a complete embarrassment to the sport. I mean, you got Chris Bearden. I don't respect that. Whatever. Maybe if he was putting in some fucking results on the court, I could excuse that, but dude, your team's straight buns. AJ Storr, probably my least respected college player just with the amount of times he's transferred. Like, that's just not how the game should be played. I understand if you need to do it a couple times, but I think this is his 4th stop, right? Wisconsin, St. John's, Kansas, Ole Miss. That's ridiculous. Syracuse, dark horse. They're a little undermanned right now. That was a really good upset win at home against Tennessee, who might be frauds, but still a really good win. Program that might be on the comeback, and that's a really important metric in college basketball. That doesn't show up in any stats or any Ken Palm. It's momentum, it's fan energy, it's buy-in. This means a lot to college athletes because, like, mentally they're not professionals yet. So you could see, like, program trajectory really influencing the on-court success for a team that has belief, you know, knows the fans are supporting them. They play a lot better than teams like Kentucky who get booed off the court at halftime. and fans are giving up for him. People want their coach fired. It's really hard for those players who are 18, 19-year-old guys to mentally be strong enough to go out there and play with that pride and intensity. That's just my 2 cents on it. And that's why I'm a little lower on Kentucky than some. I still have them like right inside the top 25 on roster talent alone, and higher on others who I think the program is just like invigorated with this longing for success. I'll throw the clip of the Santa Clara fight up on screen. Not much else to talk about in that game, but that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. Santa Clara, though, will be an NCAA tournament team. Really strong mid-major program. They got some guys in the league. I don't know if people might be sleeping on Santa Clara, but they're a good program. I think they can pull off an upset. Talking about guys who might play in March. Santa Clara might play in March. Kansas will play in March. Will DP play in March? Will DP play a basketball game at Kansas? We'll find out tomorrow on Sunday against Missouri, where he's supposed to play. But he was 95% against UConn. This is the word on the street. He was 95%. And you're playing the number 5 team in the country at home, and you sit out. That probably is not going to go over well in the locker room. They ended up losing a close game. UConn is UConn. The defense is elite, back to being elite. Last year, it was an anomaly. Defense is elite. They're going to be really scary with Terrace back. I have them just outside my top 5. Not being a homer, I mean, they have top 3 potential with Terrace, but I want to see them at full strength first. The offenses looked a little awkward and stagnant. This is not the offense from 2023, 2024, where they were getting clean looks. Their offense was bang, 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 butter, and you see clips of that shit on Twitter. You don't see that right now. Like Hurley said, it's a little too donut-y and perimeter-oriented. I think Terrace fixes that as a vacuum in the middle, as a vacuum in the paint. Playing that in and out, it's a big thing in the UConn offense. Great screen setter, good for the pick and roll, but they have depth. They're going to be a scary team. And same with Kansas. The role players are filling out. They're going to be really scary if the DP ever plays basketball. Other notes in college before I get into my rankings. Crosstown Shootout. I watched that on Friday. I've watched it every year for the past 5 or 6, 7 years. I think it's the best basketball rivalry. Year in and year out, just competitive basketball. Guys leaving it all out on the court. And I know that's said for every rivalry, right? Obviously, they're going to play hard. But you get some of these rivalries, and it's really unbalanced year to year. Xavier and Cincinnati are 2 programs that have historically just been so evenly matched year to year. Every year you're getting a banger, and this year was a banger. I still don't think any team is going to make much noise in March. Maybe they're on bubble watch. Doubt it. Seton Hall is a team that should be on the right side of the bubble. They're sneaky good this year. The roster, you wouldn't think so looking at the roster. Picked last in the Big East, but that Big East, as we're learning now, is big yikes. And it's wide open at the top outside of UConn St. John's. We don't even know who that 3rd team is. It could be Villanova. It could be Seton Hall. It could be Butler. It could be Georgetown. A lot of question marks to be filled in that conference. Moving on, Cal. Sneaky. I want to see how they play in ACC conference play, because that non-con was a little weak, but they pick up some big wins there. They're going to be on the right side of the bubble, and who knows? They can pull off a sneaky, 10-seed upset, 9-seed upset. Don't see much else though. UCLA mid. All right, let me crack into my top 25. 1 and 2, Michigan and Iowa State. That should be universal. I got Michigan at 1. They're playing the most efficient ball. Iowa State, I think, has the best win against a team that is not in my top 5, but probably in people's top 5s. They're one of the most respected programs. That's the best win of the year, easily. So I got them at 2. 3, a team that hasn't lost yet, Duke. Like I said, steady, but I'm concerned. Whole team goes through Boozer. 4, we got Gonzaga. They're playing some efficient ball. They're going to run through the WCC and get a 1 seed, so I'm just going to put it at 4. We'll see what happens in March. Usually they flame out, but I think this could be the year. I like EK. Number 5, we got Arizona. They got a really good win, too. I don't know. They played probably the best team in the country, UConn. No, I'm joking. That UConn team was undermanned. I think UConn wins that game full strength. But still, that's a really good win, and Arizona looks good. 3-point shooting is a major concern, but the defense is really good. Elite defense, elite rebounding. They got some big boys. Oh, my God. I saw them play in person. Koa Pete can get to any spot on the court and go to work. I don't think anyone can guard him. 6, UConn. I'm not going to say anything more because they're going to be number 2 soon. No, they're a really good, really deep squad. I can give you the scouting report in another video, so I'm not going to talk too long about them. Next, we got Michigan State. That defense and rebounding is really good. You're going to need Fears to play a lot more consistent than how he did on Saturday, but I think he will. No more O for his kid. 8, we got Purdue. like I said, they're on fraud watch for me right now. I just need to see the supporting cast be consistent through Big Ten play if they want to be in that top 3 as one of my Final Four teams. Braden Smith, he's going to be an all-time Purdue player. It's going to be a shame he's not going to get a championship ring, but I just don't think this is the cast for him this year. Number 9, BYU. Really good roster. Offensively talented, scoring at all positions. You know, AJ's... Dude, this guy's a freak. I saw another guy I saw play in person. And the way he just took over in the second half. And it's like second or third, I think it was his third game. The dude was just the alpha for BYU. And you just need that. You need guys who can just get a tough bucket. And that's a luxury that BYU has. They're going to have to play really consistent defense, but I like it. I mean, they had to go zone on UConn a couple times, but if they can get their man-to-man lockdown, they'll be elite. You know, a team that always has their man-to-man on lockdown, it's Houston. I got them at 10. You know you're going to get elite defense. You know you're going to get elite rebounding. Just don't trust the offense, especially with how talented the rest of the top 10 is. You know, maybe in years past they can get away with not having that offensive efficiency. I don't think they have this luxury this year in March when you got teams like Michigan, Iowa State, Gonzaga, you know, UConn even, BYU. These teams are going to put up numbers. 11, I'm going to breeze through the rest because they're all kind of like a hodgepodge for me. I got Vandy playing really consistent ball, playing really efficient ball. We'll see how it handles when the schedule ramps up in SEC play. Louisville. I got Louisville at 12. Really like the offense. I really like the energy momentum. I talked about this in the recap. I think that's a huge thing in college sports to support your players. I really like how this program's trending. So I got them at 12. They honestly could be a little higher. Illinois at 13. Love the roster. Great home court advantage. They're going to do really good in Big Ten play. Probably one of the best guards in the nation. Oh my God! And they got a really special roster, especially offensively. They're gonna fill it up some games. 14, I got Arkansas. Team, like I said, great length, great coaching, great offense. I don't think you can have them much lower than 14 right now. 15, we got Bama. Bama's Bama. Nate Oates offense. They're gonna win some games. They're gonna lose some games. That's all I gotta say. 16, we got Florida. Best front court in the nation, highest ceiling in the nation. I firmly believe that, but just straight up, you're getting nothing out of your backcourt. Number 17, we got Kansas. DP, play some fucking hoops, my boy. All right, you know, hit the rehab, hit the physical therapy, get the hammy all juiced up, looking fresh, and play some hoops because your team needs it on the perimeter. They need some offensive scoring. They're playing really good defense. They got their role players filling out. They set the platter for you, okay? Yeah, you can't commit to this team and give them nothing. I don't know. It just gives me bad vibes. 18, got Auburn. I like Auburn. Gonna come down to Pettiford and his substance habits. Nah, I'm joking. That's not actually real. It's just a theory people have. Playing into it too much. Nah, Auburn's a really good squad. Just give me a little more consistency. Tennessee at 19, really good roster, really good coach. 20, St. John's. Rick, point guard is a real position in basketball. St. John's is going to need to solidify their point guard play, okay? 21, Virginia, sneaky good this year. Actually, really good this year. Team that flew under the radar, you know, they had a couple down years, but gosh, they might be back, guys. They might be back. Another ACC team at 22, we got UNC, talented. I feel like every year this team is just up, down, down last year. They're going to be up this year. Keeping it in the ACC, actually, 23 got Clemson. They had a really good, exciting game against Georgia early in the year. And Georgia's another team I kind of like. They're both playing some good ball. I got Georgia at 25, though, because they lost. Last team I got here at 24. Like I said, Kentucky, trending in the wrong direction. This is really bad. I don't know. I'm really worried about this program, and Mark Pope era might be coming to a close soon, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Still got games coming on Sunday, but that's all I got for this week. I'll come back to next week with a probably shorter recap. This was the first one, so I had to get all my thoughts from the first. How many weeks have we played? First month. Yeah, wow. We're already a month into CBB hoops. So I don't like to go and make these videos with my preseason biases in the way. You're getting my raw thoughts right now, a month in, and then we'll go from there. Still got a couple exciting games next week that we can keep note of, and then conference play is going to ramp up, and we're going to get thinking sooner or later it's going to be bracket time. So I'll probably work on a top 50 come the new year, but that'll give us a good sense of the bubble, and we'll go from there. We'll keep that locked in. But hope you guys enjoyed, and leave any comments if you want to gripe with me. I'll be active down there. I'm gonna defend my positions, but if you feel differently, definitely let me know. All right, take care, guys.